This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 299. One away, Jeff, from 300.
One away.
I'm Jason,
I'm Jeff.
and that's all we have right now. We may have more later. Jim is coming later.
Yes. We are on the floor at the Cincinnati Comic Expo,
2019.
and the doors have yet to open, so we thought we'd start here and be ready to go. So when the people start slowly trickling in, or coming in a big wave, one
That's
of the
right.
two, we'll be ready to go.
That would be in 3 minutes. You're going to hear an announcement. So next couple episodes, we're going to be it's a little bit different. We'll have somewhat of the same format we usually do. So if this is your first time hearing the show, go back and listen to some of the other ones. We have a little bit different format, but we're going to try to keep it the same, as much of the same as we can.
Yeah, format will pretty much be the same, but the location is different.
Yes. So, so the next 3 to 4 episodes will be here. We'll have a trivia one that we record that will be at the end of the year. And who knows what else is going to be on. Jeff, just to let you know, we are on Instagram. And we're actually using it now.
Yeah, well, we signed up for it, I think, during the convention last year.
Yes. Well, somebody did. I don't know who, but...
Somebody used
did.
our name, so we decided to take over the...
Yes. The account.
Yeah.
So we're on the History of Bad Ideas on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas. You can also find us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. So give us likes and follow us, and we'll be having lots of pictures here. So from it. So Jeff, you excited?
Sure.
I'm trying to I'm getting ready. The energy's low right now because nobody's here.
Yeah.
And then once the people start coming in, then it gets a little bit more exciting. So do want to say thanks to the Comic Expo. We got a really nice booth this year.
Yes, a little bit of room here.
We do have a little bit bigger booth this year. It's really nice. And then we have tons of prizes to give away. And I'm looking at a head of Thanos right now, the back of it at least.
Yes.
So
Yes, Jason's wife decided that he needs to get rid of his Thanos head from our mystery box from last year.
we'll be doing a mystery box later on Sunday. I'm excited. I want to see what stuff we get this year.
That's like the most thrilling part of your weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so thanks for listening. Jeff, let's do some listener feedback.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about first?
No, not really.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Blake's not here, so I'm shocked.
It's the bomb listener feedback brought to you by the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
I'll do it. You want me to do it?
I can read.
Okay, go ahead. You pick questions.
Let's see. Well, we always have to start off with Doug.
Number one fan.
So
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah, but he tried.
7.
8 hands.
What do we got from Doug?
Well, Doug wants to says, oh wait,
Ooh.
2 o'clock. VIPs are coming in. So they're
Swarm. Swarm.
So you should hear a little bit of stuff going on in the background now that people are going to be starting to mill around. But Doug wants to know. X-Men Dark Phoenix ended its theatrical run as the lowest-grossing X-Men film. Please rank all the X-Men films.
Oh, so let me get this for you, Jeff. I'll find you all the X-Men films.
Okay, so are we doing just X-Men or all the X-Men related, like the Wolverine?
Well, let's see here. Let's go to Google. It's a new website. All X-Men films. It has X-Men, X2, X-Men 3,
The Last Stand.
X-Men, X-Men Origins, Wolverine. X-Men, First Class, The Wolverine. X-Men, Days of Future Past. Deadpool's listed in there.
Okay, should be.
X-Men, Apocalypse. Logan, Deadpool 2, and Dark Phoenix, and it's something you're never going to see, New Mutants.
Well, New Mutants has not been released yet, so that will not be on the list.
So 6, 9, 12. 12 films. So,
Closer to your mic, Jay.
sorry. 12 films. 12 films. So what do you got here, Jeff? What is number one?
Number one, I'm starting off with Deadpool.
I agree with you on that one. I agree with you.
Deadpool.
I have not seen Deadpool 2, so I'm just going to trust your instinct on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think I would probably put Logan ahead of Deadpool 2 for number 2.
Okay.
And then Deadpool 2 at 3.
Okay, I'll go with that. I did like Logan a lot. What's the Wolverine?
The one in Japan.
Okay, I did like that one. Okay, so we're going Deadpool, Logan, Deadpool 2. I'm going to go First Class after that.
I think that's where I was also, yeah.
I would go with Deadpool 2, X-Men 2 First Class. So that's 4. And then I would probably go X2. I really like X2.
I like X2. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what else I might put ahead of it. So.
Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, Days of Future Past, Origins Wolverine. How about that one?
No. That'll be towards the bottom.
Okay, so do you like X-Men or X-Men 2? Because those are about your options right now.
We'll go X-Men 2 ahead of X-Men.
And then you go on X-Men?
Well, no, I really like the Wolverine, except for the end.
Yeah, that's true. With the Silver Samurai was awful.
I liked Days of Future Past.
I'm going Wolverine. The Wolverine.
Okay.
So that's 5.
We'll put the Wolverine at 5. So now we're probably between X-Men, the original movie, and
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past.
I think they're both awful. I'm going to go with X-Men, the original one.
Just because it was first?
Yeah. And it was okay.
I'll say I like Days of Future Past mainly because I think they did a real good job on the special effects, and the use of people's powers looked cool.
Okay.
And then I did like the, going back to the 70s and whatnot.
My issue with, I picked X-Men. The only issue with that is that Sabretooth looked like Beastman from He-Man more than Beastman did in the He-Man movie. Okay, so you're doing Days of Future Past after X-Men.
Okay.
Then you got X-Men Last Stand, Origins Wolverine, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix. Oh, God.
Dark Phoenix is better than the other 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not seen that, but I'll go with you on that.
It wasn't bad, relatively speaking, or the other 3, I would say, are in the bad.
Bad to horrible. It just came out on DVD or Blu-ray this week.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
You don't have to go buy it or anything, but...
Yeah. Okay, so then you got X-Men Last Stand. You got Apocalypse. And what did I say?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, I'm going Wolverine.
I'm going The Last Stand is better than the other 2. Oh, it's not a good movie, but...
I'll give you that because Iceman finally turns into Iceman. I like that scene.
Yeah, there were a couple good scenes. Kelsey Grammer was good as Beast.
Okay, you know what? You talked me into... Okay. And then we're doing Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine or Apocalypse. I'm going Wolverine.
I'm going Wolverine over Apocalypse. I think Apocalypse is the worst.
That might be one of the worst films I've seen in about the last 10 years.
I can't remember a redeeming quality on it. X-Men Origins Wolverine, at least Gary Sinise did a fairly good Sabretooth in that.
Gary Sinise?
Yeah, what?
No.
No, who was it?
It wasn't Gary Sinise. It was
Yeah, it's not.
Liev Schreiber.
That's it. Why do I always get those two guys confused? They're really nothing alike.
They don't look anything alike.
No, it was Liev Schreiber, and I don't know why I'm like, as soon as I'm saying it, I'm like, that's not sounding right.
That does not sound right at all. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that as the Apocalypse is just horribly bad. Even his Horsemen of the Apocalypse they had no talking in it.
Nope.
They had no role at all in it,
Nothing.
and it was awful. So, let's see here. What's your next question here? What do we got?
Moving on. I hope that answered Doug's question. Speaking
whoa.
of answering Doug's question,
Trivia here?
There is trivia.
What can I win?
You can win lots of great prizes back here. We're not ready for trivia yet, but we will be
It says trivia. It says you're ready.
during open hours.
Well, we're open.
3:30.
This is how you treat the VIPs?
This is how we treat the VIP.
Can I come bearing gifts for you guys?
Oh,
Since, I don't know, they're still give me two of the.
here, sit down, Doug. Sit down.
Do I have to sign a release?
No, you're okay.
Okay, so here I got you guys bags with my free swag money.
Oh,
so we can carry things. Oh, it's Stan Lee.
That.
I think these are from last year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago.
Thank you.
And then, you know, I know you guys are men of your word.
I'm a little worried here.
Wait a minute.
Is there a bag in
These are
there?
the bags they give us.
That is huge.
I know.
That's a really nice bag, though.
I was somewhere. I believe it was at a family get together, and I was talking to somebody who was going to be at the expo, and he said he would wear a Banshee on his shoulder all expo if he had one.
Yes, but it is a prize, so unfortunately...
Unfortunately, I brought one.
So who is this person who is wearing a Banshee on his shoulder now?
It was my brother.
Oh.
I brought pens. I already had the pens, so you got.
Oh,
pens.
thank you.
But
Hold on.
you have to take the magnet off. There's
What
a
magnet?
There's a magnet on the bottom. You put that on your shoulder, underneath your shirt.
What? Can I just put it like this?
Because
No.
it'll fall off.
Oh. Okay. Put it on my shoulder here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you put that there.
The hell is this thing?
It's a Banshee from Avatar, sold at Pandora, the world of Avatar.
Oh, so you can get this at Avatar Land.
Yes.
See, look, is it moving?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
is.
Yes.
Wow, look at that.
Yes. And you told me you'd wear it at the expo.
I'm wearing it.
After the expo, it goes to your kids.
Oh, jeez.
He doesn't know how to wear it. It just fell off his shoulder.
I will get it worn. We'll get it worn here. We'll get it worn when we go on break here, but I will wear it.
Uh-huh.
I will wear it.
Yeah.
My son, we got a prize box from Fish, who has connections at Avatar Land. And my son saw the Banshee that you wear on your shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I want that. And I was like, unfortunately, that's a prize at our panel this year.
But
See, look at that, Jeff.
Fortunately, his fantastic uncle came through.
He did.
And got him one.
Good news is
You are not to give that away.
I'm not giving this one away.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm not giving this
He's
one
going to lose it because it keeps falling off his shoulder, but
We're going to change it to the other one. Maybe that's it.
That's what it is. Sure,
Can I
sure.
just leave it on here? Jeez.
Because then it would fall off. That would just be like putting it on your shoulder
so
to begin with.
you're not activating the magnet somehow.
Only me can screw up a magnet.
I mean, yeah, it's like physics has a way that magnets work, and Jason doesn't know how.
Hey, that's it.
No, that's not it.
There we go.
No.
No.
That's terrible.
That's nowhere close to being where it's supposed to
Okay, at our break, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix it.
Man.
Doug, you come back to our booth and we will have it ready to go. I
Okay.
promise. I promise.
Okay. Don't lose
Thank
any
you.
of those pieces.
I'm not.
Now, when they first came out, they were like, I want to say $49.
I thought they were more.
They have since gone up anywhere to, I think they ran out, they came back and they were $59.95.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they've gone up even more than that.
And you know what?
And that one was $10.
And we're giving one away.
You're lucky you don't have an army of them for your kids.
We're giving one away as a prize tomorrow at the panel that we are hosting at noon.
I think they're pretty neat.
You know what?
I mean, it's
People have mentioned that they like the idea of them.
it's different.
It
I mean,
is
it's not
different.
the same old theme park crap stuff.
Correct.
So if we can figure out how to actually get it to sit on your shoulder, you want to wear it during the panel?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'll wear it during the panel. What do I care? I'm not
I'm gonna
embarrassed.
bring
by it.
duct tape tomorrow.
Oh, we've got duct tape.
Okay. I also brought you a 90s trivia.
Oh,
card
thank
deck.
you. Thank you. We need that one. We got the 80s in that. So, Doug, we'll be playing EA Sports 95, NHL 95. You can compete against Jim in it later on. So, we do have everything set up for that. So, we think that might be a fun little thing to do here. We're actually just doing listener feedback.
Really?
Yes.
We just read one of your questions.
About the X-Men, we ranked them.
How old was that question?
Probably about 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
But we got questions.
That's better 'cause-
Whenever X-Men Dark Phoenix ended its theatrical run.
Okay.
I think there's another X-Men question for next week's episode.
Because recently you guys been answering my questions that I don't even remember asking. It's
Well-
like, how long ago was that?
Well, the issue is that we had to hold some of them for the expo. We wanted to have some good questions for the expo.
Are you giving away Avenger Endgame Happy Meal toys?
I think we are.
Wow.
Would you like to win one?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Is that another Banshee back there? What
We
is
do
that?
have one Banshee back
Is
there.
that a screeching one?
I think so.
Yes. Wow.
So
Is that a Lunger Blaze?
it is a Lunger Blaze.
Wow.
We got a Grumble to give away.
Wow.
I cannot say for sure, but under one of these 3 boxes here that you can play, there is a Aquaman Imagine X toy.
Wow.
It is with a seahorse.
This is high quality
It
stuff.
is high quality stuff. And you know what? We don't have anybody next to us right now. So if nobody comes here, we're taking over the booth tomorrow too. We're taking 2 booths.
I would do that. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to move it out.
Yes.
We're going to move it out. So also, would you like a dragon, Doug? Because we have dragons behind us.
Oh wow. Wow.
So
Yes, the booth across the way has some cool-ass dragons.
that would be David Lee Pancake. You can follow him on Instagram. So he's got some cool stuff over there. We took some pictures, send it out there. So that's David Lee Pancake Art. Just to let you guys know. Well, Doug just went to go see everything that's at the expo. So he left, and that's how it's going to be a little bit. People popping in. Jeff, why don't you do the next one?
Oh, boy.
And you don't have to go through all of them because we have a lot of questions. So you can skip people because we got like 5 pages of questions.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go Michael Liao.
Okay.
He wants to know, when was the last time you vomited and why?
It's a good question. I don't remember last time I did.
Oh, wow.
It's probably maybe a year ago.
I'm trying to think if I have physically vomited since furry rabies.
That's a pretty good record if it hasn't. 'Cause it's been about 3 years.
4 years now, I think.
4 years. Yeah, because me, it was because I think I just got something bad, and it hit all of us, and in my household, and whew, it was not good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I haven't had any serious illness since the
Furry rabies.
for vomiting. I don't think I had any drunkenness. Any?
No, I haven't done that
I'm
since I
too
hit
old.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too old for that now.
I don't know if we're too old, but our bodies are. That might be it.
I'm just too old to do the binge drinking that I might have done when I was younger.
Now we drink nice beer
Yes,
from Municipal Brewery.
and we don't pound it. We drink a few when we are out.
I will say that.
Maybe 1 or 2 more than a few, but we don't overdo it.
I will say that I kind of miss having a beer in front of me right now while we podcast.
Is there a rule against it?
No, because I think there's beer over there, but I think you got to keep it over there.
Okay, we couldn't.
Yeah,
get it
well,
to
we
our-
can move back. Just open up the table.
We can go to the green room.
What else we got?
Let's see. From the Superiority Complex.
Mm-hmm.
If you can go on The Price is Right and choose your game, what would it be?
I like Plinko. I like the Plinko.
Well, Plinko is great because it gives you a good cash prize,
correct.
or at least a potential for a good cash prize.
I agree with that.
But the game itself is not. I'm not a big fan of. Just watching the
I feel like Cliffhangers is pretty easy.
Cliffhanger. I love that one. That's what I was thinking. Just watching, just the yodeling music as the guy goes up and it's always fun watching him go to the edge and fall, even though the object of the game is to not make him fall.
What's the one that you, is it Pathfinder when you start in the middle and you go right or left through the numbers for that's usually a car. So you get to pick, like you're on 8 and you can, all around you is 1, 6, 5, 4, and you get to decide, you step on the one that's the first number.
Oh, the next number.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I don't really remember.
They do that a lot now with Drew Carey.
Okay. I did like the one, and I don't know if they do it anymore, where you roll the dice.
Oh, yeah.
You roll it, and then if you roll it exactly for the whatever digit on the number of the car. So all digits are between 1 and 6.
I feel like that. I'm trying to think. The Plinko one is probably the easiest one to win money at.
Well, yeah, because that is money.
There's a 0 on there, but you get like 3 to 5 chances.
Depending on how good you are at
guessing prices.
Guessing prizes, yeah.
I do. I like the Pathfinder. I think you could do that.
I would say Plinko because it wins cash. I would say, I like the rolling of the dice, and that's always for a car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're winning a car, and honestly, if you roll like 1s and 6s, you can't lose.
What about Punch a Bunch when you put your fist through the number?
I mean, it's money, but chances are of getting good prize money, you're not going to.
No, not on that one. So my pick is Plinko or Cliffhanger.
And Cliffhanger is just the best game. It's just not necessarily associated with the best prize.
The Pathfinder would be my third, where you step.
And then, of course, there was always the, I can't remember what, the shower one.
I don't remember that one.
They played it once.
Yeah.
And realized it was probably inappropriate. It was like you would walk into the shower and pull the handle, and if you won money, it would otherwise, like, confetti would fall on you or something.
I've never seen that one.
They played it once, and there was, like, it was released on Facebook that people are like, oh, does anybody remember this game?
You know which one? Yeah.
Well, they thought it was probably in bad taste, for the crap. What do you call it? The World War II concentration camp stuff. It's like you don't want to put someone in a shower.
No.
They said it was a little disrespectful of that.
You know which one I would want to do? The big wheel, because that means I won the first prize.
There you go.
Or at least got through.
No, the Showcase Showdown. That's the game I want to play.
I'll do that one.
Because that means you won something already.
What else we got?
From Ziggy.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like the first one.
Yeah, Ziggy's got a series of questions here, and we'll probably do one of these each episode we record down here.
Okay.
Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of superheroes?
So you got 4. Got 4. Spider-Man?
So now we're picking our favorites.
Yeah, I think so.
So, I mean, is it our favorites, or is it who we think best represents?
I think best deserves it.
Okay.
I would have to say Superman, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Do I put Superman on even?
I don't think it's favorites, just who we could probably do this. Yeah, I would say Superman.
Yeah, you have to put Superman. I mean, he's pretty much
Spider-Man?
Yeah, I would give Spider-Man.
He's hit the pop culture.
Yeah. He's the most famous Marvel superhero. Batman.
So that's 3. And then you could make an argument for Rick Grimes.
No,
and the
can't.
reason is...
Just because he's been in every other...
Well, no, the reason is that he did do a lot for independent comic books. Like he bursted out with The Walking Dead. You could make an argument. I'm not saying he's on it. I'm just saying you could make an argument. He could be the crazy horse statue that they're building down the street from the Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
40 years later.
I won't make an argument for Rick Grimes.
Okay, who else you got? You got 3.
I was just wondering, you got your Wolverine, which has pretty much been the second half of the 20th century. You got Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's good. But she's always popular, but I don't think she's busted through until recently.
No, yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, she was always with Superman and Batman.
Mm-hmm. Aquaman.
I would put Aquaman on.
Well, yes, you would.
We're,
so you got Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
You got Hulk, who's very popular.
Captain America.
Yeah, Cap did start off in the 40s, late 30s, early 40s.
I would have no issue if you did Captain America. I think people would do Wolverine because he's popular, even though I'm not a huge fan of him. I think I was trying to think of somebody from the X-Men, and I think you're going to have to do Wolverine.
Wolverine is the one that, I mean, they knew it when they made the movies. I mean, Wolverine, they made him the star of the movies, even though he's...
Those movies would not have been made without that character. So I'm okay with that.
And then is there any independent comic book that you think stood out?
I think that's George R.R. Martin that just walked by.
That's not George R.R.
Oh, sorry. Don't tell him that. He looked like George R.R. Shouldn't you be writing a book? Shouldn't you be writing? Okay. So independent-wise, I don't think there is. You could do Hellboy. I don't know if there's, like I said, I think the biggest one has been Rick Grimes. With Walking Dead, and I wouldn't put him on there. I'm just saying you could. I think you're kind of limited on that. So okay, so we're going Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wolverine, with maybe a Captain America in there.
It's Wolverine, Captain America, or Wonder Woman.
Okay, those are your 3. I'll give you that one.
Are we definitely going Wolverine?
I'm picking Captain America just because I don't like Wolverine, but I'm picking Captain America. I
think Captain America would go better for a superhero,
especially
Mount
Patriot.
Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. Okay, so we're doing that. I like that choice.
So what order you put them on? Like who's Washington? Who's Jefferson? Who's
Superman? Captain America, Batman, Spider-Man.
Okay,
that's the order I think I would go with. I think so.
That's not an order of importance. That's just a...
No, I know.
How you think it would look.
Yeah, I think I would probably do that. You got the All-American, darker, and then, the young one. I'm going with that.
Because he's the young one.
Let's see here. Whoa, something happened. Let's see here. Go to Breaker 6696, because we had this conversation last week. If you did not listen, go to episode 298 for us.
Oh, yes. He... is giving his top 5 that we discussed last week of if you could only watch 1 or 5 sitcoms for the rest of your life, what would they be? His choices were 5, Everybody Loves Raymond, 4, Cheers,
good,
3, South Park, 2, Seinfeld,
good call,
and 1, Entourage.
It's a pretty big Entourage fan.
It is, especially putting it at number 1.
Yeah, that is a big one. Wow. I don't see many diehard Entourage fans.
No, you don't. I'm trying to think. I mean, I enjoyed Entourage. I don't know if it's got the rewatchability that others do, but if Breaker really wants it, Breaker gets Entourage.
Good job, Breaker. Breaker. What else we got?
From Izzy Fisher-Condrick.
Oh.
Orlando Jones. Yes or no?
Yes. Just because of evolution.
Just because he's a good, funny actor.
I do like Orlando Jones. And he's named after a city. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh, is that what he's named? I thought he was named after the Shakespeare character.
Orlando?
Yeah.
Or Jones?
I don't think Jones was a Shakespeare
Jones.
character.
You do. I don't have any Shakespeare there for me. Let's see here. Let's do Nerdy Bitches. They're halfway down on the page.
Oh, okay.
I love the Nerdy Bitches. They're awesome. Listen to them.
The Nerdy Bitches want to know, why is a pimp's love better than that of a square?
Because the hand of love is always stronger than a sharp edge of a square.
I don't think I get the question.
I think I answered it correctly.
Okay.
I think I answered it.
This might be one we have to ask when Jim's here.
We'll go back to it. Good job, Jim. What else we got? Let's do Meow God. Because, Meow God.
Okay, he's got a 3-part question. Should we divide them up?
Yes, each week.
Each week.
Yes. Let's do the first one.
All right. Well, the first question from Meow God.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the prettiest of them all?
Me.
Not even close.
Who's the prettiest of them all? Jodie Benson. She's here at the expo. Who is the prettiest of them all? Is he talking podcast-wise?
Of them all.
So, me, you, Blake, Jim, Doug, the Dit Man, the Gimp.
No, of them all.
Oh, in the world.
That's what I assume.
Oh, in the world, Chris Pratt. He's got abs.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Chris Hemsworth?
No, I was thinking Rosario Dawson.
Ooh, that is a good one. Sandra Bullock, back in the day.
Well, if we're going back in the day, then it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Let's see here. She was the third most attractive person in the Fabulous Baker Boys.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, she was.
How dare you insinuate Beau Bridges is more attractive?
Is he? I think he is.
No, he is not.
He is more attractive.
No. Jeff Bridges, maybe not Beau Bridges.
Oh, no, Beau Bridges is. Oh, good times. Okay, what else we got?
Besotted Geek.
Yes.
He wants to know, who at the expo would you most want to have on the show?
Who would we most want to have on the show?
Well, I know personally who my choice would be.
Who would that be?
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton's a good one. Alan Tudyk is
he would be a very good one
to be honest, Jodie Benson from the voice of Ariel would be a good one.
Just because she's doing the voice?
That. She could sing. But I think she would be fun just to have like as a Disney perspective. As a D23 member now, I have to bring that out.
You have to make a big
Disney
deal
Plus
about
November
that.
12th. I'm excited. After reading the movies and TV shows from last week that are coming, I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it.
Well, or we can have a round table of everybody at the expo who was on Firefly.
I like that. I like that.
So that way I can hedge my bets and get all 4 of them on.
Ben McKenzie and Marina
Baccarin?
Yep. They tweeted out today that they're on their way.
So they're not here yet?
I think that was this morning.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they were here. I'm sure they were somewhere. So.
Well, were they 3-day guests or were they just Saturday?
I think 3
Friday?
day.
Okay.
I think they were 3 days. I think they were.
Well, hell, we should get out and walk around.
We should, also, if you guys do come down here, even next year, come on Fridays because there's a lot less lines for the autographs.
Yeah, if you're available Fridays.
Fridays are great. There's still people here, a lot of people, but the autograph lines are down.
I mean, well, obviously Saturday's the most
Correct.
Busiest day, most popular day. So Sundays and Fridays, it'll be less, but then also some people can only be here Saturday and Sunday. Some people can only be here Friday and Saturday. So that's why Saturday is the big day because everybody. You don't have anybody say, "Oh, I can only be there on Friday and Sunday."
Correct. So yeah, just a little bit because as of 2:30, nobody's in line for Jodie Benson right now.
Oh, you can see from here?
Doug, the number one fan, Doug, tweeted me that.
Oh, okay.
Or texted me that. So, let's see here. Let's do Bob at the very bottom. From Bob. I like that first question.
From Bob. If River Phoenix never died, would Joaquin Phoenix be Joaquin Phoenix?
We are who we are.
But I think would he still be going on as Leaf Phoenix? Because that's what he was known as a child actor.
Was he?
Yeah.
Leaf Phoenix?
I think he was in Parenthood and
not the TV show.
Not the movie Parenthood and Space Camp. I think he was in those as Leaf Phoenix.
Space Camp might be one of the worst films I've ever seen.
I've never seen it.
We watched that in elementary school. So, I think I don't know if he would still be as weird as he is now, Joaquin Phoenix. I think he would. I think if you're weird, you're weird. And that's okay. Yeah. You be you. No issues.
If John Belushi didn't die, would Jim Belushi be Jim Belushi?
That's the one that Death messed up on. Oh. Death took a holiday on that one.
Oh, man. Jim doesn't deserve to die. He wasn't the one.
Did you watch According to Jim? Yes. Yes, he does.
But at least you got to watch Courtney Thorne-Smith.
Death messed up.
Oh.
That's also the title of our show.
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's wrap it up with Professor Number One.
Oh, do we have to go to Professor Number
We
One?
do.
Let me turn the page here.
Turn the page.
Professor Number One at Dr. Number One.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Why is Blake tied up at my house? Shouldn't he be at the expo?"
No, he's fine. You take him. If he doesn't come back in 4 weeks when we go to a live episode, then we'll call cops. But he's fine. You worry about him. You take him. Go ahead.
You can enjoy him.
Enjoy's our strong word. Tolerate him.
No. I have a feeling that Dr. Number One has ways of enjoying people tied up in his house.
I'm a little upset. I thought Dr. Number One would be down here. He follows us to our studio every week.
Maybe he
Cosplays?
Oh, he did want to know what to cosplay as earlier, so we got to be careful that he's not a cosplayer trying to get closer.
You know, on a side note, I'm not kidding, and I'm not just saying it's because we're not sponsored by them or anything, but David Lee Pancake's dragons across from us are really cool, and they're very hypnotic.
They're actually very cool. The artwork is stunning.
It is immaculate. Like I said, we don't get anything for it, but really check out David Lee Pancake. His art, it is beautiful.
I mean, if there's something we had to look at across the way the entire
time
expo here, this would be one of the things I would be glad to look at.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. What else we got? We got some News of the Geek, I think.
Oh, we're going right into News of the Geek?
Nope. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. News of the Geek, because I got some good ones for you.
Okay. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Thank you, Jeff. During a quarterly shareholder call in August, Disney...
During a what?
Quarterly shareholder call in August. I have a speech impediment. Disney revealed that it posted a $175 million operating loss during its fiscal third quarter due to the Fox acquisition.
Oh, there's a difference between accusing and acquiring.
And it's going to change how the studio handles the franchises it purchased during that merger. Did they not think of this beforehand? I mean, come on. Disney will reportedly focus on established properties, shocking, like Avatar and Planet of the Apes, which is the first time Disney boss Bob Iger has promised that the Apes franchise will live on after the previous trilogy wrapped up with War for the Planet of the Apes, which I've yet to see. I wanted to see it.
I have yet to see any of the new trilogy.
First one is good. Second one is eh. Third one is, I'm hoping, is good.
Third one I've heard was the best, or I've heard great things about.
Okay. We've had a couple of listeners prior when I was talking about Planet of the Apes on other shows. They agreed with me that the first one's really good. Second one is eh. And then I've never heard anything about the third one yet. Disney will focus on... Oh, I'm sorry. Also, let's see. Besides that... according to Iger, Disney will now take Fox in a new direction with all new development slate that will focus on a select group of properties. Before they bought Fox, Fox promised that additional Alien and Maze Runner movie, were on the way. But whether that's still the case remains to be seen. I'll answer the question about the Maze Runner. No. In other news, it was confirmed during the call that Disney Plus will reboot Home Alone, Cheaper by the Dozen. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I'm canceling Disney Plus now. Night at the Museum. Oh, God. And Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Why am I someone like that for the streaming service? So, Doug, you're the Disney guy.
Yes.
Why are they rebooting Cheaper by the Dozen? Why are they rebooting Cheaper by the Dozen? Help me.
Why not? Because you have a lot of airtime you have to fill.
And Home Alone? Come on.
You don't have airtime to fill. This is a streaming service.
Well, they were going to reboot The Princess Bride, but switch genders, but they decided against that.
Thank God.
Would that be the Prince Groom?
Yes, the Prince Groom, yes.
Well, I think there would be so much of a backlash for the bride, Princess Bride.
There already has been.
Yes, and that's why. You don't need to make that. Of course, my wife's comment when she saw that said, "Oh, maybe they'll make it good this time."
Oh, your wife is the one person.
Yes, that doesn't like that show.
But somebody did put out an article saying the only way you could reboot it would be to switch genders.
I'm fine with that. I think you probably could.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do it then?
I don't think they should do it at all.
You know, honestly, I know I sit and bitch about, oh, God, they're redoing this. But the simple fact of the matter is, redo whatever the F you want to do. If it's bad, it'll fail. It could be good, and it'll probably still fail.
You know what? They at least, the public will tell you if it's good or not. Of course.
So, I mean, if you want to take a chance,
take a chance on.
Go ahead.
Take a chance.
Okay, but just to put this out, breaking news here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening to this live, there's no line for Jodie Benson.
We already discussed that. We already had
no
breaking
line.
news.
Okay.
Did you ask her about
Get there
trivia?
now. I didn't go talk. Get there now. Line up now. Here's your chance.
We did say if you're going to do autographs, Friday is the best day.
Yes.
Friday is the best day. So your wife is getting a picture taken with Jodie.
Yeah, I think it's like a picture autograph combination.
Oh, is your daughter going to stand in with it?
I would hope so. I don't know if that's extra or not.
I think you can get up to 2 or 3.
Okay, yeah.
I think because
I don't have to be in there.
When I did Kia Ora, when I did Manu Bennett, buddy, we're friends. Manu
But
Bennett.
that was a photo op.
That was.
This is just like the selfie at the table.
Oh, at the table.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I know Benedict Wong had like 12 people in with him. He didn't care.
No, I don't think they
He
care
was,
that much.
yeah.
Depends on the person, I think.
Yeah.
I think most of the time they do 2.
My daughter's 9, so I would hope they wouldn't charge extra.
Of all the people, I don't think Jodie Benson's going to be the one kicking her out.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. Could she sing?
She will record something for you.
Really?
That's $50.
You know what? That might be worth it for Hobie.
Can we get her to sing the Hobie theme song?
Oh, I bet you if we wrote it out, maybe not all of it, but at least a couple lines.
She'd probably want to duet with Jason, and that would just...
And I don't share the
be
stage
horrible.
that well with singing.
That'd be horrible.
Rumor has it during her panel, Jodie Benson, who's the voice of Ariel, she does break out into song a lot. That's the rumor.
I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah.
So she has a voice of an angel.
Mm-hmm.
Voice of an angel.
Voice of a mermaid, isn't it?
Voice of a mermaid, I get it.
Well, she didn't play an angel.
No, she didn't. She was Ariel in all the direct-to-DVD releases, too. So, will she be the new Ariel?
No.
Okay.
But she's fine with the new Ariel. She's
So-
very...
It's Halle Bailey's the new Ariel. We've discussed this.
Is it Halle Berry?
Bailey.
Berry.
Oh!
Halle Bailey.
I would think Monsters Ball would take her out of the running for a Disney film. I'm just saying. Or Swordfish. Swordfish would take her out, too.
And you call yourself a D23 member.
I don't know. After they're rebooting Cheaper by the Dozen, which is a horrible show. Ugh.
Okay, speaking of horrible shows,
Yeah.
not to get your show off topic here,
Mm-hmm.
but
Too late.
before I came in here, I was at home and flipping channels, and there wasn't anything on. It's like, oh, the Pink Panther.
Which one?
Well, that was the thing. It's the Steve Martin one.
Hamburger!
I saw that part.
I'm sorry.
I saw the last maybe half hour of it.
You know,
Why?
that,
Oh, well, that's... My feeling is Steve Martin should never redo a movie and should never make a sequel to a movie that he redone, which includes Pink Panther and Pink Panther 2 and Cheaper by the Dozen and Cheaper by the
that's right.
Dozen
They
2
made it a
and
second
Father of
one.
the Bride and Father of the Bride 2.
Yeah.
let's talk about that later on in the top 5, baby. Father of the Bride.
I hope to God you're just kidding.
I love Father of the Bride.
It's a terrible movie.
Awesome.
Who
Awesome.
was the
film.
wedding planner in that?
Martin Short.
Okay.
There were 2 women cosplayed as the girls from The Shining.
That's a pretty good one.
There was somebody dressed up as Beetlejuice. I
Oh.
thought it was Blake, and I tried to rip off his mask. It was makeup. It wasn't a mask, and it wasn't Blake. So
Is that person okay?
yes.
Did they take them out on a stretcher?
No.
Okay,
But
so that's positive.
I'm on the lookout for Blake.
I'm just saying, though, you're trying to rip the make-off off a guy's face with your ape hands. That could have really hurt him.
Yeah.
Why is your nickname Ape Hands?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I have
It's
no
weird.
idea.
That's odd. Never see that before.
I wouldn't have given myself that
No,
nickname.
I wouldn't either.
But
I wouldn't either.
Can't give
Not at
yourself a
all.
nickname.
Can't give yourself a nickname. You know, Beside a Geek didn't like that show, Sports Night.
he's an idiot.
He is an idiot because that is a wonderful show. It's only 43 episodes.
He's the only one that had his floppy taken away. So
That's
what's
true.
say
That is
about him?
true. That is true. He did lose the Canadian of the Year. Let's see here. Earlier this summer, it was announced, speaking of crappy films, it was announced that new G.I. Joe film was in development with the
What?
focus on Snake Eyes. While the movie is slated to release in October 2020, it now appears that Paramount and Hasbro are working on a second spin-off movie based on G.I. Joe. Doug, don't be a stranger.
No, I'll be back.
Okay, we'll be here.
I'll be back.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, the script for the G.I. Joe movie is an ensemble piece with one of the characters rumored to be Chuckles, an undercover specialist who excels in criminal investigations and intelligence. Chuckles first appeared as an action figure in 1987 in the Marvel comic series the same year in issue 60. He did not appear in the previous two G.I. Joe movies. He was lucky. He got out of that one. Josh Applebaum and Andre Nemec, who wrote the recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, as well as Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, are reportedly penning the script.
The most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Those aren't as bad.
Those weren't as bad. Those are the best.
I saw the first one, and you said you saw that first one, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't. I haven't seen the second one yet, but
It wasn't bad.
first one wasn't as bad as I expected, and it was better than the 90s trilogy or however many they
Those don't
made.
age well. As a kid, I liked them. They don't age well.
No.
The duo is also working on a Rainbow Six movie based...
The show floor will open in
5 minutes, the show floor is opening.
5 minutes for the non-VIPs.
Popular Tom Clancy anti-terrorism thriller books. Chuckles is an interesting character. He's a dark character. Like, he is really into the nuts and bolts of the military. He's undercover in the comic books by IDW recently. Well, about 5-10 years ago. I really like them because Cobra basically took over a country, and they were
Cobra Stan?
Yes, that's what it was. This is Cobra Stan, Cobra Kai. So they took it over, but Cobra Commander was killed by Chuckles.
Oh.
And then Chuckles got killed when he killed him.
I heard Chuckles died. I
Yeah,
didn't hear
he killed Cobra Commander,
died.
and then there was a race to see who would fill Cobra Commander's shoes.
Oh.
That was kind of a fun storyline.
Serpentor?
No, he's actually the religious cult leader of that the organization. That was kind of a fun twist. They put him as like the religious guy, so that was a kind of a cool thing. So you know what? I'm not really caring about Snake Eyes movie because whatever. Chuckles could be fun, and again, I like G.I. Joe. I think you could make it better than what it was the original.
Isn't Chuckles the one that wore the Hawaiian shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's his undercover.
Yeah, not a good undercover. But no. Let's see here. And finally, rumor has that Marvel Studios is currently looking to cast a character who sounds an awful like Namor, the Submariner. Codenamed David, they've described as a ruler of an ancient distant kingdom. It's said that Marvel Studios is looking for an actor who is of Asian descent, and fans have been saying for years they would like someone of that ethnicity. Thank you. To bring the ruler of Atlantis to the big screen. The movies Marvel Studio apparently wants this character to appear in is in pre-production stage, so whoever it is will more than likely appear in a Phase 4 release like Eternals or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Rumored this week was David Tennant is up for the role of the main bad guy in Doctor Strange.
David Tennant could certainly pull it off.
Midnight is the bad guy. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
I don't know a lot of Doctor Strange characters.
Biggest problem I have is David Tennant has already been a villain in the MCU.
Correct.
I mean, granted, one of the Marvel TV shows, but it's still considered part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of weird to be playing a different bad guy unless... Well, if it is the multiverse, maybe it's the same guy
That would be kind of fun.
from a different multiverse, so he becomes a different bad guy.
Probably next to Thanos, one of the best villains in the whole MCU. Well, and
Purple Man
Yeah,
or whatever, Kilgrave.
yeah. So finally, let's get to this here. Michael Liao from Who the What Now? Who? He posted this from Origin. The original source is Cosmic Book News, so take it with a grain of salt. Let's see here. Disney Sony deal update. Well, never mind. This all fell through. Never mind. This did not happen. There was a rumor that they were going to have a Sony Disney deal, but guess what? They didn't. This was from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow, screw you.
Yeah, that was.
Screw you. That never fell through. I'm intrigued to see what happens with Spider-Man from now on.
Well, the fact is, they could still come up with a deal.
They can.
They're just flexing muscle. That doesn't mean that there's no chance for a deal to be made. That just means they're going to sit in their corners and pout for a while until they decide to.
Correct.
Well, till Disney decides they don't need, 100% of the gross or something.
It was only 50.
Oh.
50% of the gross. What the hell are you thinking, Disney? They wouldn't be popular without us. I'm intrigued to see what they do with it. Venom's supposedly popping up in the next one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
And that's the thing is, it's still going to be Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And, all the characters will probably still be there.
Problem is, he's not the next Tony Stark, which sucks, because I like that connection.
Well, see, I don't. That's what I didn't like about it. I thought they brought too much Tony Stark into Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I think, I think I think maybe that was one of the things I didn't like about Far From Home was it was too heavily Tony Stark related, yeah.
I like Mysterio in it. I really like Mysterio in it. I thought that was a fun character. I like Jake Gyllenhaal in it. But I mean, you were right. You and Jim were right. Far From Home was meh, nothing great, nothing bad. Speaking of movies, box office news and World Report. Our expo shows are a little bit shorter too, just to let everybody know. Where are we at now, Jeff?
We are 51 minutes.
Okay, we're a little bit shorter these so
because Jason wants to speed through this.
No, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
You want another news?
No, only good news.
Okay, well, let me see. D23 didn't happen with Spider-Man. Jeez.
Oh, no, the next one is talking about New Mutants. I just said I wanted good news.
New Mutants is never coming out. Let's be real. Never coming out. Which is a shame, because the horror movie version is nice. It would have been nice. Yeah. Let's see here. Fine. It's been years since Nicolas Cage has led a blockbuster.
Oh, I asked for it, didn't
And
I?
even though he has been starring in disposable B movies as of late, which, if you come to our panel on the past Saturday, well, I guess this releases later.
Yeah, the panel will be over by the time we actually release this. So.
Brad Hargis from the Cinema Guys pod, his thing is movies. He's an expert in bad movies. Since 2010, the question is, Nicolas Cage has made 41 movies.
Since 2010?
Yes.
I thought it was since 2000.
2010. 41 movies.
That's in 10 years.
Yes.
That's over 4 movies a year.
Yes.
Wow. And none of them have been a blockbuster, apparently.
I had to write them down. Kick ass. That was about it. So anyways, 41 movies.
Whew.
You know what? You took more pause than Nicolas Cage should have. Let's see here. A return to the cinema in the form of a National Treasure sequel would guarantee a hit for Disney. And this begs the question, why hasn't it happened yet? Which is kind of surprising.
Is it a guaranteed hit?
Second one was not good.
Oh, there's some Umbrella Academy cosplaying.
Oh.
The White Violin and Klaus.
I like that one. Love Klaus. Let's see here. Franchise which began in 2004. It's not a franchise. They made 2 films.
It makes it. Once you get a second film, you're a franchise.
Is that a franchise?
I don't know.
Has retained. You asked for this. Has retained its status as an extremely quotable film. No, it hasn't.
The first one was good.
I give you that. But who quotes Nicolas Cage or who quotes National Treasure?
I probably do somewhere along the lines. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see here. During press rounds for The Meg, John Turteltaub, yeah, thank you, who helmed the first 2 films, has much to say to Collider regarding the potential threequels development. Disney feels they have other films they want to make that they think will make them more money. They're obviously doing a really good job at making great films. I just think this would be one of them. They don't quite realize how much the internet is begging for a third National Treasure, is what he states. Is it? Are they? Is there a lot of...
I don't know. It's probably on Reddit.
I don't know what Reddit is.
I don't get it either.
The script was close, but not so great that the studio could not say yes. But it's been good enough that the studio could have said, yes, keep going, get closer. They could have said that.
They could have, did they?
Nope. In an interview with Slash Film, he says, the possibility of dropping on Disney's streaming service, National Treasure, finding the right script is hard. Writing is hard.
Thanks, George R.R.
It was brutal for the first two. You wrote? That was a writing? It's still going to be brutal for the third. The fact is that it would probably be made as a streaming film.
Oh.
Thanks. You could make that into a TV series without Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, will Diane Kruger come back?
Sure. She doing anything else?
I haven't seen her recently, but I
So
would
no.
like to see her or more.
What about the other guy, the sidekick?
The guy from the Hangover movies?
Yeah, put him in. Doug, I think his name.
Yeah, he was Doug
in
in
the
the
Hangover
Hangover,
movies.
yeah.
So yeah, put him in.
Yes. Yeah.
He-
Oh, yeah.
he's
He
not doing
could,
anything else.
he could just take over. I mean,
I'm
he
fine
was
with
his. And he. Oh. I feel bad for him because he was also in Geely.
Oh, he was not a good film.
I do say like the best thing. The best thing someone said about Geely is, especially when it comes to, I can't remember the actor's name, but when it comes to him, it's like everybody can say that they got their worst movie of their career out of the way on their first movie.
That was his first one.
That was his first one.
So at least he got work after that.
Yes, I was a little surprised, to be honest.
So there you go, Jeff. You asked for it.
I did. I should be
I
punished.
think you could make National Treasure into a fun series on Disney streaming service. You just can't. Nobody cares about it on a film, though. Does anyone care? Like, nobody's saying, you know what, Jeff? I really could go for another National Treasure. I wonder what happens next.
I think it would do well at the box office.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if Nicolas Cage is such a tainted.
He's not a draw.
No.
But the film itself would be
The film-
somewhat of a draw.
You think the film's bigger than that?
I do. I think the Mission Impossible films are a bigger draw than Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, Tom Cruise is in them, but I don't think Tom Cruise is even necessary for them.
That's a damn good-looking dog. The police K9 unit just walked by.
Sniffing for drugs.
That looks like a bloodhound, or not, pointer. That was a good-looking dog.
Could have been a pointer.
Could have been. It was a good-looking dog. So,
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, box office bombs. We have nothing to report since we're recording this the first day of the
Expo?
which is the opening day of the weekend of all the movies. So the movies have been out for approximately 7 hours now.
Yes.
So we have no
timetable of what did well today.
Yeah, no idea of what is raking in the money.
So you could get rid of my geek cred because I saw a woman walking by with a red hat, and I almost said I found Carmen Sandiego, and then I realized she was Peggy Carter.
Oh,
That was my bad.
different type of hat.
I'm glad
Come
I didn't
on.
yell that. If she would have kicked my ass, I would have been okay with that. So, okay, what you got for what comes out this week, September 27th?
Coming out September 27th. Is this really only one movie
Yeah.
coming out, major release? And that's, I want to hear you say the word.
Abominable.
Abominable.
Thank you. What is it about?
Oh,
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I'm going to say...
That's Jim's job, and he's not here right now. So.
What do you think it's about?
Is this some abominable snowman related thing?
I think it is.
Cartoon, I'm guessing.
Oh, it is a cartoon. Damn it. It is. A
Okay.
teen and her mischievous friends embark on an epic quest to reunite a Yeti with his beloved family.
Aww,
Sounds awful.
that doesn't sound abominable-ish.
The cast includes, hold on, Chloe Bennett,
Oh, I like Chloe Bennett.
Tenzing Norgay Trainor,
Really?
yeah, Albert Say, Sarah Paulson, and Eddie Izzard.
Eh.
Yeah, that's about all I got for it too.
Okay.
So
Well, so
Go see it.
Abominable. And that's the big movie coming out this
let me
weekend.
do a spoiler for next week's episode. It will not be the number one film. I'm going out on a limb.
Yeah, but that's okay because next week's episode is being recorded tomorrow, so we won't even know what.
Oh, we're going to do a box office news tomorrow.
The news is
made-
Abominable is not the number one movie of the week.
It made $15 million. I'm going right now.
That much, huh? You think
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
go-
Let's do a top 5, Jeff. Two things before you get to top 5. First thing is, this week's episode, our podcast buddies, are Voices of the Underground. If you're looking for a political podcast with a little humor and some pop culture thrown in there, listen to the Voices of the Underground. They've only been banned from Twitter once. They're on the Danger Entertainment Network. You should really check them out. Voices of the Underground. Second thing is, I feel like Deep Impact and Armageddon, this is now the cartoons that people are going for. Abominable and Smallfoot.
Yeah.
Smallfoot came out, I think, earlier this year. There's another Yeti cartoon movie. My kids rented it from the library. Not bad.
Really? Because it looked terrible.
It looked terrible. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was kind of surprised by it. So I'll give it that. So top 5 this week, Jeff, is top 5 favorite films from 1990 through 1994. You only can pick one per year.
One per year.
Next week, we'll be doing the top 5 films from 95 through 99, and then 2000 to 2004.
Are we doing these in order?
We can, yeah. I think so.
Instead of like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we'll just do 90, 91.
I think so. Let's do it that way.
Okay, so I don't actually have to rank the
Correct.
5.
We
that I
can
picked.
at the end, but I think we're good. Jeff, what's your number? What's 1990 for you? This is a favorite now.
Yeah, 1990, not a good year for movies.
It was an awful year after I was looking at it.
I found one movie that I can say I liked.
And what was that?
That was Misery.
That's mine. Put it on the board.
It was the one good movie from 1990.
I had 2.
Oh,
Ernest Goes to Jail.
Oh, well,
It was actually enjoyable.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, none of the Ernest movies were enjoyable.
Yes, they were.
Liar.
Liar. No, Misery is about the only one because Kathy Bates was awesome in it.
Yes. She deserved her Oscar.
If you don't believe us, look at the films from 1990. They are awful. They are horrible films that year.
When the second best film is Ernest Goes to Jail.
It almost beat Misery for me. That's how bad it was that year.
Was that, I think that's the year Dances with Wolves won the best picture.
It did, which was not a good film.
But I understand probably why it won, other than it should have been Misery.
Just to give you some idea here, Jeff, on films that year. Goodfellas, Misery, Dances with Wolves, Pretty Woman.
Okay, now people are going to be angry at us because we overlooked or glossed over Goodfellas.
Total Recall, Home Alone, Ghost, Awakenings, Godfather Part 3, and Edward Scissorhands.
Those were the good movies of
Oh,
the
you know what? I might change it. Tremors. I like Tremors.
Okay,
Dick Tracy.
I'm staying with Misery.
Okay, I would too. Go ahead. What's 1991, Jeff?
1991. Oh, let me
Favorite
see here.
film?
You know, there were a couple of good ones.
There was?
I got some honorable mentions from 91, but what I have to put as my favorite is Beauty and the Beast.
I figured that was your favorite animated film.
Yeah, I had to have been, you know. I almost didn't get it because I was going through the list, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to write this down. And then I got to the end, I went, oh, it came out like December. So I got to the end of the year, I'm like, oh, Beauty and the Beast.
My number 1, Father of the Bride. Love Father of the Bride.
It's not a good
Love
movie.
it. You're not a good movie.
I'm not a good movie because I'm not a movie. That's not a good movie because it's not good.
Father of the Bride. Love it. Love it. Martin Short's enjoyable in it.
No.
It's a cute film.
No.
Lovely. That is a hell of an outfit, costume. That's a TIE fighter.
The TIE Fighter pilot.
TIE fighter pilot. If it was the TIE fighter, that would be impressive. I don't think it would fit through the hallways. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is my number 2 that year.
I was expecting that to come up on yours. I can't believe you put Father of the Bride.
Cape Fear was that year. Point Break.
Well, the other ones I have.
Boys in the Hood.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
And Dead Again.
What about Bob and City Slickers? I like those films.
I enjoyed What About Bob. I didn't necessarily like City Slickers.
I enjoyed City Slickers. I enjoyed that. Let's see. What Hudson Hawk came out that year.
Yep, didn't make my list.
Shouldn't make any list. 1992. Now we're getting some good films.
Yeah, 92, I got a list here that I was like still trying to decide between.
What you got?
I think I'm going to land on A Few Good Men.
You need me on that wall.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. I had A League of Their Own.
Okay.
Really love A League of Their Own. Now, every time it's on TV, I watch it, and it's a film actually my wife and I actually both enjoy.
So you get Shawshanked by A League of Their Own.
I do. It's a very well done film. I love it a lot. 92 was a rough year because Aladdin was out, Reservoir Dogs, Malcolm X, Wayne's World, Unforgiven.
Oh, well,
My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, I had Reservoir Dogs, Singles, and Sneakers.
How about Sneakers?
For whatever reason, I enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
I understand if people don't, but
It's not good, but I understand why you can like it.
yeah. And that was a River Phoenix movie, wasn't it?
It was. Last of the Mohicans. No matter what, I will find you. Let's see here. 1993? Yeah. I'll go with this one. 93 was a good year. 93 and 94 were tough. I went with The Fugitive. Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones. He won Best Supporting Actor that year, didn't he, Jeff?
That sounds about right.
I love The Fugitive, and I get Shawshank by that every time it's on. It's such a good film.
I had Tombstone.
Okay, that was a good one.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
I did not see that it was Tombstone because that.
I think it was the last film released of the year when I was looking.
That's a tough call. Fugitive and Tombstone, those are two of my favorite Shawshank movies. To get movies to get Shawshank by. Also, Jurassic Park was that year.
Yes, it was.
Falling Down, Mrs. Doubtfire, Sleepless in Seattle, Demolition Man, Philadelphia, Nightmare Before Christmas, and The Sandlot. I enjoy The Sandlot.
Sandlot was great. Dazed and Confused was that year.
Last Action Hero.
And Airborne.
Oh, Cincinnati-based. Let's see here. Cool Runnings was that year. I enjoyed Cool Runnings.
It wasn't bad.
And finally, top 5 favorite films from 1990 through 94, one per year. Number 1994 for me. This should not come as any surprise. Jeff, what is my 94?
Oh, it's Shawshank Redemption.
There you go.
It's one that Shawshanks you every time you see it.
My favorite film of all time. Favorite film. Love it. It was a tough year, though, because... Go ahead. What's your pick?
I think I'm going to have to go Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Not Forrest Gump?
Not Forrest Gump.
That was a tough year because The Crow came out that year, and I really enjoyed The Crow. The Lion King.
And you really enjoyed The Lion King.
Dumb and Dumber. True Lies. Clerks.
Clerks was... Oh, I miss Clerks. Oh, yeah, the list I was looking at was only wide release movies. I'm not sure if Clerks was counted. Well, I'll change my answer if Clerks is...
Yeah. Quiz Show.
Yeah, I knew Quiz Show was.
The Professional.
Leon the Professional.
Oh, Star Trek Generations. Here you go. The Little Rascals movie.
Oh, that was not good.
No. D2 and Time Cop. I enjoyed Time Cop.
I also put down, maybe not a great movie, but one that I enjoy. Mm-hmm. PCU.
Enjoy that film. So honorable mentions from 1991. I had The Rocketeer.
Oh, I was given my honorable mentions throughout.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 94 was Lion King. That was the other one. So, Blake, what was your top 5? Okay, good job, Blake. The Beatles. Okay. Arrested Development. This French film. It was in blue, red, white, blue.
No, that's Scam Jeff.
No, it's mine too. La Resistance. So there you go. It was a little bit shorter episode this week. We'll be back to a more longer episode probably next week. But thank you for listening. Bad idea of the week is number 587. Not buying something from David Lee Pancake's art. How about that?
It's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. It's beautiful work.
By the end of this weekend, I think I'm going to have to own something from over there.
I like the air vents that he has. The air vent covers with dragons coming out of them.
Yeah.
They are beautiful. So, but yeah, so go check out David Lee
And their
Pancake.
eyes glow.
Their eyes do glow. Plus, he has purple hair. I like it. I should do that. If I had
should.
enough hair.
You have enough to turn it purple.
My skin would go purple then, I think.
Probably, but
Thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate it. You can follow us everywhere on Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter, History of Bad Ideas on Facebook and Instagram. We got a lot more stuff. We do have a YouTube channel, which has our shows if you can't listen regularly. And just follow us and give us some likes. We appreciate it. And Roger says goodbye.
goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Titles for the show. I have 2.
I got none.
We Are Who We Are and Death Messed Up.
I think it's got to be Death Messed Up.
We usually have a lot more titles for this.
We do. Nothing jumped out at me, and we got this heavy script of a outline this week, so I was too busy flipping through to find things to be recording potential titles.
It's not a script. It's an outline.
Oh, okay.
We're all off the cuff, Jeff. Jeez. This just gives us some ideas if we run out, which we never do. But if we did. So, so there you go. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.